2027 Rivian R3 and R3X First Look. Surprise compact electric and off-road SUVs. If you thought Rivian was only going to reveal one new smaller SUV, it had an ace up its sleeve with the R3 and a performance variant, the R3X. Well, that was quite the surprise. Just after telling the world all the details on the 2026 Rivian R2 all-electric SUV, which slots under the R1S, Rivian decided showing off one new vehicle wasn't enough. What it revealed was another, even smaller vehicle, the compact electric R3 SUV. As if that wasn't enough, they also showed it was getting a high-performance off-road variant called the Rivian R3X. The R3 is being touted as an even smaller SUV than the R2, with a 110-inch wheelbase compared to the R2's 115-inch one. Despite that, the R3 will come packed with many of the same elements as the R2 on the inside, like its dual glove boxes and door-mounted flashlight, but with a much shorter cargo area. Essentially, the R3 is just a shorter R2, but there are key differences in how they will work. The R3 motor and battery offerings. First, their similarities. The R3 will come with two battery sizes. The largest pack will deliver over 300 miles of range in 3 drivetrain configurations, according to Rivian, which also cited a 0–60 mph time of under 3 seconds. Expect that speed only on the triple-motor AWD version, 2 motors driving the rear wheels and a single motor driving the front, making it the highest-performing version of R3. Don't worry. There will also be a dual-motor AWD and a single-motor RWD for those looking for less performance. The battery pack will be structural to the R3 and make use of all new 4695 round cells. Tesla's NACS will be the native charging standard, and it will also connect to CCS when using an adapter. This is opposite of what the R1T and R1S will be doing, as those larger vehicles use the J1772 CCS port and will require an adapter to use a Tesla supercharger or a NACS-only charger. With this being an all-new platform, this would potentially be the first Rivian with the NACS port as standard. Regardless, on DC fast charging, the Rivian R3 will be capable of charging from 10 to 80% in under 30 minutes. Rivian didn't provide specifics on the R3's battery pack capacity. Interior space. The R3 will have some self-driving potential, much like its larger siblings. The R3 will use the same new perception stack the R2 uses, with 11 cameras and 5 radars for sensing its environment while driving. There will also be an even more powerful computer platform, which will dramatically enhance its autonomous capabilities, but Rivian didn't dive into what that means. Being a smaller SUV, the R3 will seat 5 with 2 up front and 3 in its folding second-row bench. All seats can fold flat and allow for true camper-style sleeping by fitting a full-length bed inside. Cargo room is ample for an SUV of its size thanks to its frunk under the hood. Out back, this is where the R3 departs from the R2. Like the R2, the R3's rear glass can open independently of the full liftgate for quick access. This secondary liftgate can hold at different heights so you can transport longer cargo without having to rely on baling twine or hemp rope to secure the hatch in place. The R3's driving experience will be just like the R2 with a new 3-spoke steering wheel design with integrated haptic control dials just flanking the inner rim of the wheel at the 9 and 3 o'clock positions. It also features a flat top and bottom for a conventional yet sporty feel. It also features a digital instrument panel and infotainment screen that doesn't look like a slapped-on tablet. The R3X. And if that wasn't enough, there was another announcement related to the R3. A high-performance variant called the R3X. Unlike the civilian-looking R3, the R3X features a wider stance to go with its rally-inspired performance thanks to the addition of its wider wheel and tire package. It also sits higher and will come standard with the tri-motor AWD drivetrain. According to Rivian, the R3X will offer maximum performance for the R3 line with added capability and fun. Its interior is the same but adds a rugged, playful theme to the R3X with use of cork, different fabric weaves, and interesting ways to anodize metal, according to Rivian. Pricing and availability weren't announced for the R3 or R3X, but Rivian stated that the R3 will be cheaper than the R2 because it's a smaller, crossover-style SUV. If the R2 starts at $45,000, Expect the R3 to be closer to the high $30,000 to low $40,000 range. Rivian has been promising a cheaper entry into all-electric driving and is looking to keep that promise with both the R2 and R3. The R3X will most likely start closer to the bigger R2, as it's a performance version and will command a premium MSRP. Finally, don't expect the R3 and R3X for a little while. Rivian stated R3 deliveries will start after the R2, which is expected to begin in the first half of 2026.